Welcome everyone. No one's here yet, but welcome to my Saturday night live stream with your host, the Illuminator. See if anybody shows up. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, hello. Been here less than a minute, so waiting for the people to rally in. Someone came in, bounced right out. They didn't give this long, did they? They did not give it long. Shut up, cat. You want to sing? Sing after the live stream. Love my cats, but it's like the bewitching hour. They start to sing. Run around and sing. They sing whenever they sing, whenever they sing, whenever they sing. What is this? This, then this. Yeah, okay. Get rid of that. We can get rid of this. Get rid of this. Hey, welcome. Who's here? 2Sis Fun TV, welcome. Hey, yeah, thanks for coming and supporting. Yeah, I've only been on here about a minute, but yeah, thanks a lot. And KK's here. Hey, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Hello. I'm sorry it takes. Wow, I'm not attractive when I get that close, but I can't see if the camera's too far away from me. Glad you guys are here. Welcome to my Saturday night live stream. I've only been here about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and waiting for some people to get here, and we can talk, chat, talk about our days, have a good old time here. Oh, there's my Twitter. Okay, I'm on my regular desktop computer catching up on some stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Bubba Warbucks, it wouldn't be a live stream without you, buddy. How you doing? Welcome. Waiting for some people to pour in. We can talk, have a good time. I've been okay. Saturday, got kind of tired today. Excuse my voice. Here we go. See, it's about, I don't know, what time is it over here? What's my computer saying? 1:40 a.m. over here in the East Coast of the United States, and I am tired, but I couldn't go to bed unless I do a wonderful live stream like I try to do every Saturday night. But welcome. Your name is written in, I think, Chinese, but I will say hi to you anyway. I'm very happy to have people of all countries here, all nationalities, all walks of life. This is a non-discrimination zone. Always happy to have anybody here, especially new friends, old friends. Bubba Warbuck says, big day tomorrow. Hung out with Stingray 1975. Oh, wow, that was really cool. Was that you? I saw the videos with the CB radios and everything. I didn't know. I don't think he said your name. I didn't even know it was you. Korean says, red mirror. Red mirror. Oh, cool. Very good. I am not multilingual. No Chinese. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Just a regular dude. Well, hello, just a regular dude. Glad you showed up. I'm just a sleepy dude right now. But I try to do a live stream every Saturday night. So here I am, and we're going to have fun. Going to have some laughs, hopefully. Maybe at my expense. I don't know. It's no problem, just a regular dude. I like to spread the wealth around. I like to visit different people's channels and see what I see and like what I like, and it's all cool. I like to support, show support, sub and support. That's me. Definitely, no problem, man. This I'm kind of leaning towards my. Maybe if I just put this a little lower here, I don't know. I won't have to lean so much, but I'm at the desktop computer trying to look. I'm not really doing much of anything right now, anyway. But Red Dragon. Oh wow, that's cool. I'll just call you Red Dragon. I'll remember that. I'll try to remember that. The older I get, the harder it is to remember. But you're definitely welcome here. Google Translate says Korean. Google Translate. I love Google Translate, and I'm sure everyone knows it's not 100% correct all the time. But it's all good. It's all cool. But definitely. So I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I gotta do something about this. Got my phone here. Maybe if I go up a little bit, it seems to be chopping off my head. Maybe that's a little bit better. I've comment my Sonic 3 video. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I was watching some of that. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I meet a lot of people in the gaming channels. Like, I follow some of the gaming channels. I pop into the live streams more often. Would be either Southern Bell Gaming or Killer Shark. Is it 408? I just know him as Killer. Also, Frankie's live stream. I go on them all the time, and I meet other gamers, and then I try to broaden my horizons and go visit some other gamers here and there. And Sonic, I can remember that game from back in the glory days of games, like with, I don't know if it was Super Nintendo or regular Nintendo around there, but yeah, definitely. I wanted to show some love. Came in, even if I only drop in for a minute or two, I like to go in, I hit the like button, and let people know I'm there. I never hit the like button without writing something, because I think it's, you know, it's only, even if you just say, hey, I stopped in for a minute to hit the like button, I hope you have a great day. I mean, that's me, 100%. And speaking of hitting the like button, definitely, we've had 5 people in here. I've already lost 3, and I have 1 like. So a lot of people, they don't do like what I do. They pop in for a second, and they don't hit the like button, but that's okay. You know, I'll live through it. I'll live to fight another day, that's for sure. But yeah, it's all good. Yeah, just catching up on the reading here. We had lunch at that English pub. That's cool. You know, I mean, I'm over here in southern New England, and a lot of places are, I want to say a lot of places where I could meet people from YouTube are at least a 6-hour drive, and that's probably not going to be happening anytime soon. But yeah, it's all cool. I mean, if I was involved in stuff like that, it would be, I would definitely do it if I was closer. I don't think there's too many people that I associate with on YouTube that is anywhere near me, unfortunately. So, oh well. There's always the future. Who knows? Well, I'll tell you. I have the fan on over. It's in winter mode, so it circulates the heat. But I just got back. I went to visit my mother. I was there for. I mean, I go a lot, and I came home and I was having a personal summer. I was having a hot flash, and I put the fan on just to help circulate. And of course, it's cold out, so the heat is on again. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this heat is just. I mean, it's not even on high, the heat, but when it turns on, it's like it becomes summer in here. And I'm wearing a pair of shorts right now. I mean, I sleep in shorts, and I mean, I'm basically, after I do this, I'm gonna do my bathroom duties, wash up, brush my teeth, pee one more time, and then I'll jump in bed, put the TV on, and go off to sleep within 5 minutes. But but yeah, it's just warm. I got that fan on. If I go like this, it kind of looks like it's a hat. That's the Stingray. If you ever see one of Stingray 1975, if you ever see one of his videos, he does that a lot. He has that fan. It's almost similar. It looks like it's a hat on him. Yeah, it's cold outside, but my house is nice. I got the heat on, and it's nice and warm in here. But I'm warm all the time, so but you still gotta have the heat on, I guess. But I had a hamburger at an English pub. What a loser! I love it. Listen, I go. I mean, back in my drinking days, I don't drink anymore. But back in my drinking days, we used to go to these places and just for the food, really. I mean, whether it was just a burger or a Philly steak and cheese. I mean, this one place, it was called Foley's in Providence, Rhode Island. It's not there anymore. It's changed hands about 6 times in the last 15 years. But they made the best steak and cheese. Was that why I just got the steak and cheese? No. Fish and chips. They had the best fish and chips on a Friday night. And it was just a little hole-in-the-wall pub. And they had the best, not steak and cheese. Steak and cheese, there was a place called Eastside Mario's that had the best Philly steak and cheese. Philly cheesesteaks. But, my screensaver came on. My face turned purple. Oh, and now it's purple again. So it must not be purple. It must be the white that comes over here. But, yeah, fish and chips at Foley's was unbelievable. And, we used to go, like, order from work. And someone would run. I mean, where I worked, it's not far from where this Foley's was, and I mean, it's great. These places, there's nothing wrong with getting just basic food at some of these places, in my opinion. I mean, that's just my opinion, but yeah. Just a regular dude. 78 degrees today. See, that's like my friend Lou. My friend Lou was telling me a few weeks ago that I mean, we had a cold snap over here in southern New England on the East Coast, the northeast of the United States here. We had a cold snap that was just unbelievable. It was like in the teens and 20s for like 2 weeks straight, and at night it was like down to 0. Maybe not 0 every night, but like down below 10 degrees every single night. And he was telling me it was like hitting 75, 80 there every day. I'm like, oh, you're killing me, man. Just a winter with 75 degrees would have just. Oh, I wish, man. I wish. Yeah, it's been freezing. Yeah, we've had this cold snap like crazy. Bubba, for the Super Bowl, just me and my girl were just gonna probably watch it at my mother's house and just have a ton of food, enough food for more than the 3 of us, and see where that takes us. But yeah, it's the Patriots are in it. Patriots are the home team. Not everyone loves the Patriots. I'm always a firm believer in whatever part of the country I would live in, that you like the home team. And Patriots, I mean, they're in it all the more. I mean, I usually don't watch it if the home team's not in it. That's just, I'm a football fan, but I don't know the other teams. You know the home team. If you're someone like me, you know the home team because they're the home team, and that's what you watch because you've seen them on TV so much. But if the Patriots weren't in it because they're the home team for me, I wouldn't even be watching. So I'm hoping it's going to be a good game, and whoever wins wins. I give them all the credit in the world for going as far as they have, both teams. Chowder. I had some chowder yesterday. Oh, New England clam chowder, the white one. Manhattan clam chowder, or New York clam chowder, some people call it the red one. I love them both, but I had some of the best white chowder, the New England clam chowder of my life last night at this pizza place in Providence too. It's called Big Tony's, and it was out of this world. Absolutely incredible. I don't have chowder all that much, and I mean, it was wonderful. Yeah, it's just, the weather's been just up and down over here. It'll hit 40 one day and 20 the next. 15 degrees when you left Richmond this morning, Bubba. Oh, goodness, I can't. It's just too much. I got a hotel room, Bubba says. Uber out, Uber in. No drunk driving for me. Hey, you know what? That's very reliable and very, what's the word? It's very, oh, goodness. See, it gets late at night and my brain just starts to fall asleep early on me. When you take good, yeah, it's very good for you to do no drunk driving, because I've known people that have drunk driven and have caused major, serious hurt and pain on innocent people. And one of the reasons I don't drink anymore is because I've done my fair share of drunk driving, and thank God I always made it home safe and never got in any crashes or anything, and never lost my license. And I'm so happy that I took it upon myself to not drink alcohol anymore. And there was a lot involved with that, but I chose to walk away from it. And I'm very happy I did. There are times where I wish I had a drink and everything, but I'm strong enough to just get by that. And, I drink a lot of water, a lot of iced tea. I used to drink a lot of soda. I cut all the sugar out of my diet, cut the caffeine out of my diet. Drink just a lot of flavored water now. I love it. You move on. Life is more than just, when you decide you're going to leave something, it's all right. That's life. That's life. I love chowder. Oh, just a regular dude. Chowder, I just don't have it enough, but I love it. Just as Fun TV says, I used to love the Patriots, but the way they did Aaron Hernandez, we don't watch the games. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez, he's a big-time loser. That had nothing to do with the Patriots. I mean, that he just was a scumbag, and they pretty much wrote him right out of Patriot history. And I heard they won't even give his number out. He wore number 81 for most of his career. They won't even give that out to anybody else because they don't want anything associated with Adam Hernandez at all. But, I mean, there's been tons of other teams, and I'm sure Bubba Warbucks could... I think he knows a lot more about football than me, probably. And there's been a lot of other guys on other teams, like Michael Vick and these guys, who have been... just have gotten into trouble with the law, trouble with people, and smacking around their girlfriends and wives and shooting people and other people. It's been, football, like any other sport, has their good people and their bad people. But yeah, Pappy, welcome. How you doing? Go Pats, right? Trying to catch up here. I do too much talking. Vic did his time. We'll stand about it. You know what? I think in general, whether it's big mistakes or small mistakes, I think no one's perfect. Yeah, Pappy, go Patriots. I was explaining before, the Patriots are the home team for me, and if I lived in San Francisco, I'd be a 49ers fan. I think that I'm the type of person that supports the home team, and that's just the way I am, and Patriots made it this far, and I'm cheering them on because they're the home team, and yeah, I hope no one gets hurt, hope it's a good game, and then we get on to baseball season as far as I'm concerned. I'm a big baseball fan. Of course, Red Sox, they're the home team. And I'm more of I love football, but I think I follow baseball a little more closely. There's a lot more games, and it's just easier for me. But yeah, after tomorrow, then it's just on to baseball season. Old Crow, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. That's me, the Illuminator. When he leaves, he always says later to the nader. Bubba says, I don't have a home team, so I have to go with the NFC team. Go with Tampa Bay Rays. You know, Tampa Bay Rays, I have a game for my PlayStation 3 that I haven't played in forever, because I never have the time to do things that I would like to do. It's always the things that I have to do, but I did this thing where I managed the Tampa Bay Rays because it was so different than just Red Sox all the time, and I enjoyed it. It was nice to just pretend like you're the manager of this other team. These cats are running around so much. They're making so much noise. Guys, what are you doing? Oh. It's like when you want to go to sleep, they want to wake up. Oh, goodness. Oh, hey, man, have a good night. Yeah, just a regular dude. Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate it. You're welcome anytime. You too. Stay warm. Or stay cool. 80-degree weather almost. Tampa Bay isn't going to be good for quite some time. They saw if their talent gets what. You know, they get squat in return. So many teams, they have these seasons where they have to build up the team, but sometimes the teams never stay the same because they move on to other teams, and people get traded, and who was supposed to have a good season, they have a bad season. And baseball is just so, you never know. I think, I used to talk to my friend Ernie. He retired. He was an older gentleman. I think he was 80 when he retired, about 10 years ago from where I work, and he used to say, on any given day, any baseball team could be beaten, because that's how baseball is. The teams you're supposed to win against, you lose against, and the teams that you're supposed to lose against, you blow out. It's like, baseball's that way. You know, the games you're supposed to win, you lose. Like, what? 13-3? How did that happen? It all depends. You know, these guys have these hot streaks, and you got to remember in baseball, even the best players in baseball, they still only get hits 3 out of every 10 tries. I mean, that's the best player will still get out 7 out of 10 times. That's baseball for you. I don't know. Hey, 2 Sis, thanks a lot for coming over. I really appreciate it. Have a great one. Can't wait to see more of your videos. Talk to you soon. My cat hops, Old Crow says. My cat hops on me and goes to sleep. Oh, yeah, my cat, if I get up in the early morning to go pee, I go back and one of my cats will jump up and just want to get pet. And then if I don't really feel like petting too much, then I usually lay on my side, and he lays right on my side, and I'm like, oh, I fall back to sleep, and when I wake up, he's not there anymore. But that's always good. But sometimes, they want to get pet, and I want to sleep sometimes. Bubba says the Tampa AAA team in Durham has been on top of minor leagues baseball. Has been at the top of minor leagues baseball for a decade, but the big team can't get out of their own way. Yeah, I think Tampa Bay had a much better team a few years ago, from what I can remember, and they just need to make the right plays and the right shifts with the right players and rebuild, I guess. Like the Red Sox, they won the World Series a few years ago, and then the next year it's like who the heck is this team? It was like they had very few people from the year before because everyone had big heads, and they went to other teams with bigger salaries, and the Red Sox they did poorly. That's baseball, but you never have that magic with the same people. You know, different people every year, especially baseball. Bubba says I can't move in bed because 3 animals pin me in place. Yeah, I used to be that way when I was early 20s and still living with my parents. The dog would jump on the bed, and there'd be 4 cats in the household. Sometimes they'd all be on the bed with me. I loved it. I'm a big animal person, but those were the days. I'd have one at the foot of the bed with the dog, and one would be on me, one would be on one side of me, one would be on the other side of me. Yeah, those were the days. A lot of animals. Excuse me. I'm trying to, I'm still getting over this cold, but my nose still drains a little bit from time to time. So I'm just going to bow out off camera for a second, just so you don't... I mean, who wants to see this, right? Just a little blowy. Hopefully I don't have anything sticking out of my nose, but if I do, somebody let me know. Theo Epstein went to the Cubs. Yep, definitely. They trade away the best players. The man, welcome. Let's get down to brass tacks. How much for the ape? What ape are you talking about? That's not too disgusting. Yeah, I hope. I usually try to do a good job. Yeah, this live stream for me, doing it this late at night, this live stream is on life support. There's only 2 or 3 people in here right now, according to this, but that's okay. We'll be here a little while longer, see what happens. And we'll see what happens. Hope everyone had a great Saturday. I still have one more day off to my weekend before work. And, I gotta do that after, too. I'm up to 440 subs. I just noticed a little while ago. 10 more, and I'm at the big 450 already. Kentucky Ranger, welcome. How illuminating. Thank you so much, brother. Welcome. Just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I mean, I'm just trying to catch up on some YouTube stuff on my computer, but not really. I mean, I keep saying I'm going to, but I don't. Bubba Warbuck says, I got 4 hours sleep last night, so I'm on fumes, JJ. Gotta go crash and burn. Have a great day tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, you too, Bubba. And I'll probably do the next live stream will be probably Monday. The Lou Show, I will probably tackle that again on Monday. If not Monday, then Tuesday. But I'm thinking Monday around 2:30 p.m. But my daily vlogs still come out. I'll promote it again. But thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Have a great night. Hey, Kentucky Ranger. Everyone, well, I know I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired, but, I mean, that's because it's almost 2 in the morning. It is, according to this, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I usually do my Saturday night live stream, even though it's technically Sunday morning, but that's okay. The other live streams I've been doing have been mostly to promote the Lou Skunt show, and until Lou comes back, between Ron Buckley, Stingray 1975, and myself. We've been continuing on with that during Lou's recuperation, and I've been doing it for the past week and a half, 2 weeks myself. Stingray has had a lot more that he's been doing in real life, which is great. I mean, I think real life should take precedence over YouTube every day, 100%. This is a hobby for most of us, so that's great. And Ron Buckley, yeah, he's between work and everything. He filled in once, and that was great. And now it's me. So when Lou comes back, it'll be a million times better than what I put out. And Lou is just a heck of a lot more entertaining than watching me talk about nothing. But Lou just has a better way of putting things. You know, if he doesn't like something, he'll just say what the heck he wants to say, and I love all that. But that's not really my style. I don't like to hurt people's feelings, but I mean that's has nothing to do with anything. I mean, Lou is just Lou, and that's great. That's the way he is. But I think I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow morning because I just think I need a day where I don't have to get up early. I gotta look up to see what time that Super Bowl is because I'm just going to be at my mother's watching it. No big whoop, but. There. Yeah, I'm wishing the Kentucky Ranger wishes Lou a quick recovery. So do I, and I know he's been popping up over the past week with some YouTube videos, some short ones. He took 2 of them down. He did seem to be maybe a little hyped up on the meds a little bit. He'd been taking his pills, and the last video he put out was a little bit crazy. He took it down shortly after, but yeah, I hope I look forward to him coming back. He gave me a call Wednesday. He got Wednesday. He called me up Wednesday, yeah, because it was late afternoon Wednesday. He called me up, and yeah, he apologized. I mean, he hasn't called me in a couple of weeks, but he said that he had just concussions are serious, very serious, and he was having a mental block of where he had put my number in his phone, where he saved my number in his phone, and I think it's scary when you can't remember things, and that's how concussions are sometimes. And it's just, it takes time. A lot of people, it just takes time, and I really appreciated that. He found it, which was great. He gave me a call, and it really means a lot to me that he called me personally to let me know how he was doing, and he's been doing that with Stingray, and he calls up Dave Hughes a lot and stuff. But Kentucky Ranger, you're 100% correct. Concussions are very serious, and the thing about Lou is that he had a concussion from a month ago or so when he, because as he works as a bouncer, I got my hat back over here. As he works as a bouncer, there was some brouhaha that happened, and Lou ended up getting a concussion. I'd hate to know what happened to the other guy, but there was this big barroom brawl or something like that, and Lou had got a concussion, and he broke a rib and bruised 2 others. And then, as he was convalescing at home, is that the word, convalescing? As he was resting at home, he ended up getting into another mild accident, freak accident type thing, and he broke 2 more ribs, and he got concussed again. So 2 concussions and multiple broken ribs and multiple bruised ribs, and I'm almost positive he's got some more body bang-ups and bruises and strains and twists and turns and anything else. Without going into too much detail, he's a little banged up right now, more than a little, but he's taking the time to heal, and he has to, especially with the concussions. That alone, that's scary. I mean, when and his own words, when sometimes you can't remember what day it is, and you don't know if it's day or night because you just been in bed for so long, and it's scary. Convalescing is, to me, when I say the word convalescing, the first thing I think of is like someone that's dying or something. Like, it sounds like such a negative word. And I never remember, convalescing. Am I saying the right word? Because it sounds like one of those $1 million words that, schmoes like me shouldn't be using. But yeah, it's like a fancy word of saying, resting at home. But thank you for, I appreciate you letting me know that I was right with that. but yeah, it's very serious concussions and broken bones and bruised ribs, and I couldn't. I mean, in the videos, you can see his hand is all scraped up on his hand, and he took a nasty fall, and he'll be back. And he came back to YouTube, and he'd been making the rounds, calling some friends like me up to say, yeah, he's on the shelf right now, but he will be back. He's like these football players that, like Rob Gronkowski, that they have this concussion or they have this minor injuries, and it's serious, and they miss a couple weeks and then they come back. Well, that's going to be like Lou. Nathaniel's Adventures, welcome. 2 welcomes for the 2 messages you just put. Things are okay. It's kind of late night over here, late night Saturday night live stream, and we're just having a good time talking about friends and family and sports and anything you guys want to talk about. According to my computer, the Super Bowl is going to be 6:30 p.m. Eastern, which is pretty cool. I can still do stuff during the day and not feel like, like around here on the East Coast, a lot of football games we get start at 1 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast, and it's like once the game gets over at 4, it's like, the day's shot, so you do nothing. It's like a wasted day. If it's a later game, I feel like I can still do stuff during the day and then be lazy at night. But yeah. I'll tell you, it's going to be a good game tomorrow. I think that both teams, they have a lot to be proud of. And most likely one team's going to win, one team's going to lose. And I mean, seeing the stats that I'm seeing, it's going to be close. I really think it's going to be close. Either way, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people, and then people are going to start saying that one team cheat. I hope it's not one of those games where a bad call taints the whole thing. That's what I'm hoping doesn't happen. That one team gets a good call or a bad call. You know, like what I mean is they end up getting some type of a major thing because of a bad call. Because if one team wins over the other and it's clean, that's the best way to go. You never want it to be tainted. The big winner's the venue. Yeah, all the hotels and everything all around Minneapolis. Hotels, motels, restaurants, you name it. Wonder how many hot dogs and beers and you name it are going to be sold for the people that had made a whole weekend out of it, or a 4-day weekend out of it, or I don't know. Like Dave would say, I don't know, man. I don't know. But to me, Minneapolis, Minnesota for a Super Bowl, that's just... I'm so used to them. It seems like when I was a kid, it seemed like, for me, it always seemed like they were down south. It was always in warm weather. But both these teams have played in cold weather. They're both northern teams, so to speak. And years ago, the Patriots would play their best in the snow, and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. The Eagles, they got a great quarterback right now, and Patriots have had Tom Brady, who has just been unstoppable for the most part, and he's not perfect. And these games could go any way. Could go either way. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Some of these games, the Vikings game, was it a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was? Oh, my goodness. Or was it last week? 2 weeks ago. The Vikings game where they played good in the first quarter and then they phoned it in the rest of the game. Or what was it, 39-10 or something? I don't think that's going to be tomorrow, guys. But I'm not a football expert. I like to watch, but I don't know what's going on sometimes. Every year I learn more about football. I came late to football. I'd say I was probably maybe in the last 5-6 years I've really gotten into it so much more. I've watched more games in the last 5 or 6 years than I've watched in my lifetime, the whole rest of my lifetime put together. But Nathaniel says, I am a Patriots fan, but I would like to see someone else win a Super Bowl that hasn't. I think for me, it's like almost every Super Bowl, it's like two different teams that weren't there the year before. I mean, with the exception of when it was teams like Patriots or the Cowboys or these teams that did have multiple Super Bowl wins. But it's funny how a team will make it to the Super Bowl and the next year they'll have a record of 4 wins and 9 losses. It's like, you guys won the Super Bowl last year. But that's like for baseball. The people, they leave the team, and it's like a totally different team the next year. Oh, there's my hat again. Oh, things are spinning, they're spinning, they're spinning. I usually have a drink when I'm doing these. I didn't even do that yet. Oh, goodness. Well, according to this, I have 3 people in this live stream. Wow. The most I ever had in a live stream was 15. And I look at other people's live streams, and they have less subs than me, and they'll have 15 people easy, never have less than 12, 13 people. I'm like, oh man, I gotta do something else in these live streams. I mean, of course the time isn't helping me, but I usually work second shift most of the time, so it's kind of hard to do it earlier in the night. But yeah, the bosses frown upon that when you're supposed to be working. Ceiling fan Halo, yes. But I'm trying to work on getting my own type of stickers, something to be able to give out to fans. Now that I have a P.O. box, trying to work on that. Time Chaser had mentioned way back when I started my channel that if I needed any type of stickers when I get a P.O. box to let them know. I did, and I let them know. Haven't heard back from them, but I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. If they ever send me anything, that's great. If not, I'm gonna try to print something up myself, and it's all good. It's all great. I mean, I've only been on YouTube now for 6-7 weeks that I've been doing this channel, and I was saying before, I have Kentucky Ranger says I used to love driving at night, and Nathaniel says I work third shift and I love it. Yeah, I tried third shift way back when with Walmart, when I worked at Walmart, and if I would have stayed, I probably would have got used to it, but I'm more of a second shift guy. I've done that most of my life. With me, I have 440 subscribers right now in 6 weeks, and that's really really good. And I'll do a live stream and get 10 people that watch out of 440. So yeah, that's kind of the kind of subs I have. Kind of subs. That's kind of the subs that I have. Kentucky Ranger says 20 years of driving a truck. I loved it at night. Yeah, I used to work with a guy that retired as a Teamster driving trucks. He drove all over the country, the big tractor trailer trucks. He had stories of how much he loved it and these places that he went. And you find out these hole-in-the-wall places to go on vacation, and then the greatest vacations of your life. I can imagine what it must be like just to be out on the open road. Although, I don't know. I drive up to New Hampshire. It's 3 hours to where I stay in New Hampshire. And 3 hours, I mean, I don't want to do that any more than that at once. I get really sick of driving fast. And that's just me. But when you live in a small little state, like in southern New England here, between Massachusetts and Rhode Island, and everything is so close. I mean, we have a joke around here that we say all the time. If it's more than 20 minutes away, then you take an overnight bag. Because we really don't travel far at all. Everything that you need is really close. These bigger states like Texas and Florida and California, where people drive 2 hours just to get to work. People around here, they want to work in the same town that they live in and no more than 10 minutes away. Some people have jobs only because it's right down the street. That's why they've stayed there all these years, because they want to work close to home. And Kentucky Ranger says Rhode Island was an awesome state to drive around. Rhode Island, they say you blink. If you're on the highway, like we have 95 goes right through it from north to south, south to north. And they say if you blink, you miss it, because it's only like 52 miles or something. In less than an hour, you can go right through Rhode Island, north to south, south to north. But yeah, there's so much in this little state over here. And southern Massachusetts, southeastern Massachusetts, and it's just so... You have everything in this small little area, so there really isn't... And the weather, we have warm summers, we have cold winters, and the spring and fall are comfortable. So we have all kinds of weather here. And I've known the Northeast Kentucky Ranger. I lived 6 years in New Hampshire when I was a teenager. But I've lived in Rhode Island the rest of the time, and I grew up in Rhode Island, and until I was 13. But I mean, I wouldn't know how to live anywhere else. I would see Adam LeWoo when he moved to Orange, California, and he talked about the weather and how nice it was with 1 day a month rain, and winters where it was 65, 70 degrees, and I watched those videos of him sitting at the orange circle and he never had a jacket on. I'm like, oh, this is for me. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with that, though. I'm so used to it being 40 in the winter. It's 40 degrees one day and 15 the next. And the next day it's raining and 45, and the next day you get a foot of snow because it's only 10 degrees. That's what I'm so used to. Oh, there goes my screensaver again. I keep forgetting to jiggle the mouse down here. But I mean, I love it here because this is what I know. That's basically how I feel about that. I mean, I mean, that's the way it is, I guess, for some people. This is what I know. This is what I do. I would love to be able to have the money to just say, you know what, I can leave my job for a year and just travel and just visit just other states. Visit all parts of the lower 48 states, just whether I was driving through or flying different places and renting cars and go other. I mean, I would love to take a year of my life and do that, just to say that I've done it, just to be places and go places and just sample different areas, take on foods and local cuisines. Oh, now I'm getting all depressed. That's what I want to do. These nor'easter storms, Kentucky Ranger, we get, it's just unbelievable. You never know, too. I mean, we start getting some of those hurricanes in early September. And, yeah, it's just every year there's always talk of those. And in the winter, you'll get that early December storm sometimes. And I mean, a few winters ago, we had a storm around December 9th. And it put like 2 feet of snow down, And I don't think for the whole rest of the winter, between the extra snow we would get here and there and it being cold, I really believe that we had snow on the ground from December 9th right up until March 1st before it finally started. I mean, there was just nowhere else to put it. You would shovel and plow, and there was nowhere else to put it. It just was the worst. Absolutely the worst. Kentucky Ranger says that's what I miss about that's what I miss the most about driving. All the unique local places to eat. Yeah, like for me, I have my favorite restaurants, and there's a lot of pizza restaurants around in Rhode Island, especially in Massachusetts. I mean, everywhere, every corner in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. You either on every corner there's either a church, a pizza place, or Chinese food. On every corner, it seems. And there'll be so many places that the pizza you say, okay, I want pizza, but where do I want it from? Because everyone has it so good, but it's all so different. If I want it, that's like New York style pizza, I'll go here. If I want Greek pizza, these places they have good Greek pizza. If I want Italian pizza, well, these places are good. Do I want like Syrian pizza? These places are good. Like Chinese food, so many places have great Chinese food, but it's all different. It depends on what you're in the mood for. This place makes this spicier than that place, and that's just small little over here, southeastern New England, small little southeastern New England. I can imagine what it would be like to say, oh, I went to Chicago, and now I don't know where to get pizza because it's probably good everywhere, the Chicago deep dish style, and I'll go to Texas, and same like Adam Nawu did that time with Carpetbagger, and went and said, we're going to do, for supper, we're going to try a different place for Texas barbecue every night. I mean, that's to me, that's the way to do it. Just every night eat somewhere else. You only live once. YOLO. Y-O-L-O. You only live once. Oh well. In the meantime, I'll just dream about it, because it isn't happening anytime soon. The way I burned a lot of my time in the last year, I'll be lucky if I even have enough time to go on vacation this year, other than take a day here and a day there. Gotta make sure I try to accrue enough time. I mean, it's terrible too, because back in December I got the flu. Took me like 3-4 weeks to get over that. And then I got a head cold a week ago Thursday or something. This is would be technically day 9, and I can still, my voice is still cackly here. I know it's late at night, but I can still feel it in my nose a little bit draining out. It's so I called out sick a couple of times at work. Wasn't feeling good, and there's no way I could have did it. And that burns time. Shoot. One good thing is when we get overtime at work, they let us turn that into, they call it compensation time or comp time. So if you work overtime, instead of getting the money, you can get hours off from work, and you build it up like vacation time. So that's probably what I'm going to do, and then I'll have enough time to go on vacation this summer. There's a tiny shack that sold the most amazing cheesesteak sandwiches in Chicago. See, these hole-in-the-wall places, Kentucky Ranger, I'm a firm believer, especially around here, these hole-in-the-wall places are the best. The best, for me anyway. I mean, there was this breakfast place, I forget the name of it. It was in, as most other places people would call it, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Like where the Pawtucket Red Sox, of course, we're from around here, we say Pawtucket. Like the P-A-W is pronounced Pawtucket. There was this hole-in-the-wall breakfast place in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And it was just like, if you ordered 2 eggs, they gave you 3. You wanted eggs and toast, they gave you hash browns or home fries for free. You wanted, a scrambled egg and coffee, and they gave you 2 scrambled eggs and toast. And they gave you more food than you even ordered. But that was a good atmosphere. It was a small little place, but I mean, that's what you keep going back because they treat you right. Yeah, I think they eventually closed. There was an older couple that ran it, but yeah, this is going back about 15 years ago when I used to go. But yeah, little places like that. There was another little sandwich place called Meatball Mike's. I think that was in Cranston, as they say around here, Cranston, Rhode Island. A little bit further. More like central Rhode Island, northern central Rhode Island. northern, eastern, central, western Rhode Island, around there somewhere, if you can follow a map. But another small little place and just amazing food. I never went there because I'm right on the Rhode Island Massachusetts border, and there's so many other places to eat. But coworkers that live down there would always talk about this place. It's probably still there. It was called Meatball Mike's, and they went crazy for saying how good the sandwiches were. Like, we call them Italian grinders and meatball grinders, and a lot of other places call them sub sandwiches or submarine sandwiches, subs, or hoagies or heroes. We just call them subs or grinders around here, but they had the most amazing meatball sandwiches and other Italian stuff, sausage. Oh, getting hungry here. 2:22 and getting hungry. Yeah, like, I don't know why Rhode Island calls things different than a lot of other places. We call our sandwiches grinders. We call, like, milkshakes, like a lot of places call them fraps. And we, in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, they'll say, like, cabinets, they'll call it. To me, they're a little different than subs. Yeah, you know, I think it depends on, like, I know friends that'll say subs for, oops, not something over. They'll say subs for everything except, they'll say Italian grinder. When you get the Italian meats like salami and as we say, gabagool. You know, you're Italian around here, gabagool. The capicola, other people say. You have the salami, the pepperoni, the gabagool, with the lettuce, tomato, hot peppers, cheese, and some oil and vinegar. They'll call that the Italian grinder. Hey, Frankie Plays, welcome. How's it going, man? They'll call that the Italian grinder. But all the other sandwiches they call subs. It's like, they just call it an Italian grinder. They don't say, like, a meatball grinder or, you know, sausage and pepper grinder. They'll just be subs. But it depends on where you are, definitely. Frankie Plays, what up, man? How's the gaming situation going? But yeah, it's traveling the country, traveling the world would be just amazing, just for the food alone. Just to say, hey, you know, I went to England, and, you know, I can't eat fish and chips in America anymore because theirs are just amazing. Like everyone says, it'd be great to just get the fish and chips in the newspaper and see how amazing it is compared to the batter that they use here. Is probably, some people say you just can't get used to it in America anymore, but I think I'd want to see my own country first. I wouldn't mind just doing something like that. Renting an RV and just doing the whole country. I don't know. To me, you'd never put mayo on a grinder, but you want to sub. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. That's probably a pretty good rule of thumb. Sounds like a plan to me. I don't know. Some people will have, like, one of those lettuce, tomato, mayo on with their lunch meat and one of those grinders, and I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna put all that in there. Around here we usually put oil and vinegar, but yeah. Hey Henry, how you doing, my friend? Top man. Italian dressing on the grind. Yeah, that's another thing. Some places they don't do oil and vinegar, they'll just have Italian dressing, but to me, I'm easy going enough. That works for me. 100%, that works for me. But yeah, like, they'll do like a chicken cutlet grinder or chicken tender grinder, some places call it. And I can have that with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. But I don't know, just other things they need oil and vinegar or Italian dressing. Yeah, Henry, I'm doing okay. Just tired. Been a long day. But I figured I was going to try to go on here for about an hour. I'm at the 49-minute mark right now. But things are good. We're having a good conversation. It's a very small group of us today. 2 or 3 people in here right now. That's all cool. It's kind of late for some of us, like me. 2:25 in the morning, a.m. But I always do my Saturday night live stream and try to do it anyway for the past few weeks. It's 2:26 in the morning here. Yeah, Kentucky. I mean, that's me. If I eat and then go to bed, I wake up with the most, like, pressure. Like I know it's a type of headache that from just eating heavy before bed, and I've done that too many times in my life. So we're talking about all this, and I'm gonna go to bed hungry. I mean, I could drink like a gallon of water and be okay, but as soon as I eat before bed, now that I'm getting older, I get sick. And I say sick like I get this headache. Like, I wake up and to be like, oh, this is from the food. I know this pain. This is not a normal headache. This is from the food. But yeah, 8.25. Wow. That's amazing. It's like I forget that different people in different countries. It's, I mean, it's very early morning here, but it's like later over in Europe. It's amazing how I forget about that. I talk to sometimes somebody shows up on my stream and they're from Australia. It's like a whole day ahead over there. I mean, it's 2:27 a.m. here according to my computer, and it'll be like 4:30 in the afternoon there. Like they're over 12 hours ahead of us already. But yeah, we're having a good talk about food and places and things. It's making me think I wouldn't really mind having a nice Italian grinder right now. I know I have food. I can't eat this late. I learned that if I want to be able to have any type of productive day tomorrow morning, I better not have anything to eat. After this live stream, I'll go get myself a big glass of water, or juice, or milk or something, and I'll be okay. But oh well, you learn things about yourself. Like I was gonna say before, I lost my train of thought, but I just got it again. I used to be able to eat pizza anytime. And now if I have any type of pizza, it used to be like eventually if I had sausage on the pizza, I'd be sick if I had it too late at night. And then it got to be any type of meat on the pizza, I'd get sick. Then it got to be anything at all, like any type of pizza at all after 9 o'clock at night, and I can't have anymore. It's like the older I get, the more I'm giving back. It's horrible. I feel like it's horrible. You get older and you can't do the same things you used to do. Soda crackers, yeah. Oh. They even Cheez-Its and those snack things. I used to be able to, like, you're watching TV, you don't even realize, do half a box. And the box is so small nowadays anyway. Pretty soon it's going to be like, the box will be like this small. Like, oh, the family size, I can't believe it. But no, getting old sucks. It's, it's what you make of it, but for the most part, I used to be able to go all night without having to get up and go pee. Nope. Now it's like, okay, I'll go to bed at 3 in the morning, and by 6:30 in the morning, especially, I'm going to drink a lot before. I know I'm going to drink a lot before bed because I'm very thirsty, but no, there's no way. Like, you wake up, you got to pee. I'll be at work, and then, like, before it used to be, well, I got to pee. Next time I go near the bathrooms, I'll go pee. No big deal. It could be an hour later, and then I'll go. No, now when you got to pee, you got to pee. Like, no, okay, I got to pee. I got to drop what I'm doing, go to the bathroom. Those stupid things when you get older that you give back that you never used to have to worry about. Little things like that. They bug me out sometimes. But you get through it because you have to. Hair starts to turn gray, beard turns gray. Kentucky Ranger says, I love the family size stuff. I feel guilty after I eat a microwave meal. See on the box feeds 4. Yeah, years ago it never fed 4. Like Lay's potato chips. The Lay's potato chips nowadays, the family size bag used to be the regular bag, and the family size bag used to be like huge. And now you look and say, family what? Family of 1? There's no way there's enough for a family for a week. Yeah, maybe if you only had 4 potato chips a day for a family of 4. Everything. See, years ago, I used to work at this small little, this small little store called Benny's. It was an automotive store, but it was all kinds of other stuff too. Home goods and you name it. We had an assistant manager there named Ken that told me he was eating a little yogurt. Or it was a pudding. That's what it was. It was a pudding from like a snack pack pudding. And he was like, these things got smaller. He said, but I noticed that in the stores, either something will get smaller and stay the same price, or it'll stay the same size and the price will go up. So either you get less for the same amount of money, or you get the same amount for more money. And when you look at it, like yogurt, about 10 years ago, yogurt used to be like 8 ounces in those little containers of yogurt. Now they're all 6 ounces, and some of them are even less than that. And it's like $1 a piece. They used to be like 40 cents a piece for 8 ounces. Now some of them are $1 a piece for 6 ounces. So how I'm paying more money for less yogurt. And I don't understand that. Like, what do they think? People are crazy? People are not going to know? and then they give you a little bit left. Like a candy bar will get smaller, and then it'll get back to the original size, and they'll say, "Oh, 15% more chocolate." Yeah, 15% more now. You put it back to the size it was 3 years ago. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like Lunchables. You got to be kidding me. Yes, Kentucky Ranger, exactly. It'll feed someone that's 3 years old, maybe. I could eat 3 of them for lunch. You know, that's like me. I feel like really, really bad when it's like something is like it literally inflation. Right, Henry, right. But some of the things, it's like I could, and it's not just about being. I mean, I'm overweight, yeah, but I mean, someone with a healthy appetite could eat the whole thing, and it's supposed to serve 2, or it's supposed to serve 3, and it's like a can of Chef Boyardee, beefaroni, or ravioli, or something. And they'll say 2 servings. It's like, 2 servings for who? Someone's going to eat half a can of those? Are you serious? Who's going to eat half a can of that? Maybe a 4-year-old. But they're not just for 4-year-olds. I mean, I eat that stuff once in a while, but you eat a whole can. You look at it and say, oh, 8 grams of fat. And then you look, oh, for half a can. Who eats half a... How is that a serving? Yeah, it's like... I mean, I just... There was this book. I was looking on Amazon and the Kindle books. And there was this book that said something about how I saved money by just eating air. Or so how I learned to just eat air. And I'm like, I almost wanted to buy it just to find out, like... Like, what are they doing? Like... I'm trying to wonder, is that going to work for me? Can I save money and just not feel guilty if I could just eat air? I'm thinking, would you go and just swallow? Like, I know, do you have to like blow it into a bubble and then eat the bubble? Make a whole bunch of popcorn and just like, don't eat any, but just put your mouth up to the bag. Just take all that buttery goodness down your throat. Oh, I don't know. It's like things gotta change. Things gotta change. We're going down a road where it's like pretty soon it's gonna be, yep, here's your meal, and it's gonna be, you know, a Tic Tac and a half of a raisin or something. That'll be supper. Kentucky Ranger says, I like to get a bag of peanuts, then see on the bag after I finish eating it contained 8 servings. Henry, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for showing up. See you next time. But yeah, like, I just don't understand it. How small can portions go? America has an obesity problem. That's been said for many years, and it's true. But now what do we have? Yeah, take care. You two have a good one. You two have a good one. Take care and have a good one. You too, man. Appreciate it. But, America has an obesity problem, and then what happens? Places like, I heard, Burger King is going to start home delivery. I heard that KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, could start home delivery. Other places are going to start home delivery. So people are never going to leave their house. Stores are closing, so you have to do all your shopping online. All of these places, they home deliver. Now even the fast food places are going to home deliver. Taco Bell, starting it in... See, these places starting it in limited locations to see how it goes. But you know it's going to go well. Because these people that used to waddle in to these places and get $30 worth of food, and instead of being 30 meals, you know, it'll end up being all eaten at once. Instead of that, they're just going to order and have it delivered at home. And people like me are going to get fatter and fatter and fatter and never be able to leave the house. Bad enough you can get pizza delivered at home, and grinders, and subs, and everything else. Chinese food. Get everything delivered. Now I'm going to be able to have my Whopper delivered too, and my Doritos Locos Tacos, and... Like, I'm serious. It's so sad that even fast food places... What's next? I'll be able to just get my car gassed up at home, and I'll just have this truck that comes around and just... gas me up and send me the bill. Like, I'll never have to leave the house. But why am I going to need gas? I'll never leave the house. Then you're working from home. Everything's going to be computerized. Well, me, I work as a janitor. That's kind of hard to computerize that. I guess I have job security, knowing that there's always going to be people that are throwing trash away, and always going to be bathrooms to clean, and there's always going to be rugs to vacuum and floors to wash. But I don't know. Well... I've just about did my hour. I've ranted and raved. Had a great time doing it. Had a lot more fun than I thought I was going to have today doing this, considering I was so tired. But I got fired up a little bit, got a little bit more energy. Now I can probably go to bed and lay there for 2 hours and just think about meatball subs and think about all kinds of stuff. I had that light behind me too that just went. That's on a timer. But yeah, Kentucky Ranger, thanks for showing up. You helped make it even more awesome than it would have been if you weren't here. We talked about travel and food and funny stuff like the amount of the way we just get gypped at the market. And one more thing. When they have things like, oh, you know, my cow got sick. There's a lot of sick cows, so now milk is going to go up. Now it's $4 a gallon, $5 a gallon. And then the coffee people are like, well, we had a bad crop this year, so coffee price is going to go up. And all these things like, we're always paying more. I said the other day, heads of lettuce. Heads of lettuce used to be like 99 cents a piece not too long ago. Now you look, oh, it's a bad season. They're like $1.79 a head now. That's crazy. You just get almost 2 for that price. You look at these prices like, oh my goodness, it's horrible. That's the other thing. You go shopping, it's like, you just get so much food for this money. Now I gotta say, oh no. You gotta go to places like I was today and save a lot. These smaller markets where maybe not a lot of name brands, but the food's a little bit more reasonably priced. That's what you gotta do. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream now. Kentucky Ranger, I know you're still here. Crispy Outsider, I believe he left. That's my friend Henry. If there's anybody else that's still here, lurking around, I appreciate it. Hey, Pippi's Palace, thanks. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here. I would have said hello before. Toilet papers, yeah, toilet paper's another thing. You look on there and you have to look to see how many sheets they are. There'll be 4 rolls in a pack, and you're like, oh, only 360 sheets. Well, that's like, for most people, that's not going to last long, especially if you have kids and stuff. I mean, I buy the Scott tissue, 1,000 sheets, and I mean, that's too rough for a lot of people. But I grew up on that. I kind of like that, but it's still like $1 a roll, and I mean, that's it. If you're lucky, you can buy the store brand. It's very, very similar, and probably get it $1 a roll, but. Everything. I mean, anything that they know you need for life is going to be expensive because they know you need it. Like gasoline for the car. Like coffee. Hey, Hunter Lynn, I didn't know you were here. I'm so sorry. I would have said hi. But, yeah, hey, you know, you do what you can. You go to these places, and you have to sometimes cut certain things out. Pippi's Palace says, I'm allergic to most brands because they put sensitive. Yeah, that's in a lot of like people that have... if they don't have the town sewer, they have to have certain ones that are only for septic tanks and everything. And allergens are just horrible. Cereal is stupid. You know, I mean, I'm a big cereal fan. Even like stuff like Cheerios. I love Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios. I have a box over here. It says limited time. Strawberry Cheerios. I love them. They say limited time, and then they'll be gone. But the cool stuff are limited time. And they'll be like $4 or $5 a box. Are they serious? For grain? What's next? Like I said before, I need a feed bag of oatmeal. Just put it on me like the horses have. That's what I need. Me with my little propeller hat over here with a feed bag. Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah, they're one of my favorites. Pippi's Palace. But the box, you notice, again, it's supposed to be a family-sized box, and it's so narrow. What do you get? 3 bowls out of the box? It's not even enough for a week. Bread, bread has gone up. Milk, anything that people are going to buy. Bread, milk, butter, cheese, all the staples. Toilet paper, Kleenex, the Kleenex tissue. How about Band-Aids? Have you looked at Band-Aids lately? Even the generic ones, the store brand? Pay like $4 for like 30 Band-Aids. Come on. Everyone needs to have that stuff, though. Kentucky Ranger, you're right about the cereal boxes. From the front, they look the same. The side view, and then you look again. You look and you're saying, "Look at the servings on this. This is crazy." You want a box? I mean, I want to try to get more than a week out of my box of cereal if I have a bowl a day. Yeah, spend $6 on a box. And all the favorite ones, they all disappear. Over here, $2.99. I like the butter bread, the Nissan butter bread they call it, and it stays fresh for a long time. But if it's not on sale, it's $3 or more for 1 loaf. And you can get the store brand for 99 cents, and it'll go bad in a few days. It's not the same. Pippi's Palace says we need to make our own stuff. Well, toilet paper. I think we need to use all this useful ads in the mailbox. Yeah, definitely. Alright guys, I'm going to head out. I'm getting tired. Thanks for being here. Next live stream will be most likely Monday around 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, as I guest host the Lou Show on my channel, the same channel right here that you're watching. Don't forget to hit that like button before you leave if you could. Subscribe to my second channel. It's on my page. It's called JJ Decker. That's my second channel. I put other videos on there every couple of days, different videos than what you see here. Just short little things here and there. And Hunter Lynn says tea. Nice tea. Coffee and tea. They go up too. I get my tea at the dollar store, like Dave Hughes does. I get my Salada tea when I can. 72 for $1. You can't beat that. But no, I know you put tea there by accident. My JJ Decker channel is good night, Hunter Lynn, and good night, Pippi's Palace. Thanks for being here. I have my P.O. box if anyone wants to send anything, recipes or a letter. I'm a good pen pal. So with that, I'll say good night, Kentucky Ranger. If you're still here, have a great one. The replay of this will be up in a few minutes if anyone wants to see the replay. And it'll be up for, I don't take these down, so if anyone wants to catch anything at a later time, it's still here. Take care, guys. Kentucky Ranger, Hunter Lynn, Pippi's Palace, anyone else that I missed. Have a good night. I love you all. Be good to one another. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.